Hello everyone, how are you doing? This video today is about ANSI quality dispensing diminished by its mission statement policy via Russ Chaney, Chairman, 2019. Yes, Russ Chaney, and I've been hammering this away because every one of the federal agencies and corporations that sit on ANSI, there's a problem. You have Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson skipping quality processes and standards, got COVID vaccine returned because of contamination. Yet they sit on ANSI, right over by the FDA, right over by the USDA and NIH and CDC, etc. You have Anthony Fauci, who said under deposition to Senator Rand Paul about gain-of-function research, he said, I don't know, we never invested anything, and he lied. Everybody who touches this ANSI is a liar, bullshitter, thief. Integrity? Oh, please, you leave that at the door. So you look at Boeing. Boeing in 2002 put out a procurement certification or a procurement document to all their suppliers, and it said, if you're aerospace certified AS9100, which is an ISO standard for aerospace, then we don't have to come in and visit you. Your robust quality is taken wonderfully. We don't have to send anybody. It's a way of doing cost-cutting initiatives. That's what they do. In fact, that's what they did most recently at Sikorsky, Lockheed Sikorsky, cutting back 800 jobs. You know why? They want to show our Congress and senators here that, because we didn't get the SB-1 Defiant as a replacement for the Black Hawk, and Bell got it. We have to show them that we're losing work. That's what they said, basically. Isn't that a tender moment in a turbulent society? And then you have Boeing. They sit right over by the FDA, who succeeded inspection to them in 2009, which meant, Boeing, go ahead, build your aircraft. Don't worry about it. Build it. We're not going to look at it. Go ahead. If somebody from the the FAA looks at this, they're going to say, I never said that. I never said it. Of course they said it. I have the documentation that proves that the FAA released the abilities for them to inspect because they would say, we don't have enough employees to look over Boeing. Boeing's a big company. We can't do it. And you look at Lockheed Martin. There was an article most recently, 800 aircraft, F-35s. They had so many discrepancies on it. They've had government go in there and look at their processes and procedures. And one of them says, Lockheed Martin did not follow disciplined AS9100 specifications, nor did their suppliers, thus producing an aircraft that you would have loss of aircraft and loss of pilot's life. There was an article most recently that after 800 aircraft, Lockheed is still producing shit. Yes, shit. You know what that means? Now you see it, now you don't. Unbelievable. And we keep on buying into this crap. Our politicians, and I'm going to say this, they're the best because Lockheed has the disbursements. Of course, they're getting paid more, but I want to say this. Our politicians are elected by the people, for the people. Yet as soon as they take $1 from a company like Lockheed Martin, they are no longer working for us. And you're saying, well, Daryl, what are we going to do about it? What you have to do about it is very easy. You have to stand up and go out and do something about it. Get the state police to arrest people. Honest to God. And if they don't, you do a citizen's arrest. Rosa DeLauro, Jim Himes, Chris Murphy, and dear old Mr. Blumenthal. Because in 2015, they all cheered Lockheed Martin for working with an international regulator, Communist China. Yes, in 2015. You don't believe it? Let me show you the article. Yes. Rosa DeLauro, Jim Himes, Chris Murphy, and Richard Blumenthal all praised Lockheed Martin for working with an international regulator. And this is what it broke it down to. So I guess their American flag on their lapel is all communist run. I bet you those flags that every one of our politicians wear is probably made in China. I wouldn't doubt it. So I'm going to say this. Russ Chaney, then the chairman in 2019, I exposed an impropriety in laboratory accreditation. And somebody bugged him up and he called me. He had the audacity as a chairman to leave me a message like this. And you know something? I think about this all the time. Because where is professionalism? Somebody asked me, what is the definition of professionalism? Well, per the big, the voluntary consensus standards operators who write standards. This is what professionalism is per ANSI's Russ Chaney, chairman in 2019. This is professionalism. This is the definition and everything else. So I'm going to stop there because there's so much information that I've already done that why bother you with a 10 or 15 minute video? It's all down below in the description. And I do this because of integrity, because of professionalism that these organizations don't have. As a matter of fact, in 2022, in June, I applied for a director at large at ANSI. I got a nice package back. Joe Batia said, congratulations, nominee for ANSI's board of directors at large. And he also had in that document click links for their code of conduct, which after Russ Chaney said that, blows that right out of the water. There goes their voluntary consensus right out the water. And I sent letters to them. Their lawyer says, after analysis, we were unable to identify any harassing or objectionable content in the brief audio file provided. For those of you who are listening to this video, I want you to write in the comments below. Have some balls and chutzpah and write in the comments below. You tell me if what Russ Chaney said is professional. Does it have an air about what quality is being pushed at ANSI? Well, you take a look at the quality failures. After 800 aircraft at Lockheed Martin, they're still producing crappy F-35s. I feel sorry for the people on the floor. I am sure the competent inspectors and manufacturing people are going up and complaining to engineering, and the management is saying, while they're drinking their martini, fuck it. Or as Russ Chaney would say, probably Jim Tassett, the CEO at Lockheed, is probably too busy on his golf cart driving around on the 18th hole and not giving a damn, because whether that aircraft succeeds or fails, he gets a performance bonus. He gets a golden parachute. He gets all kinds of things, and then he goes on to a board of directors, position. He really doesn't give a shit about the company. Or as Russ Chaney would say, the quality at Lockheed is half a nut, fuck you. Now that's Russ Chaney. I did not say it. Russ Chaney, ANSI, where Lockheed sits. So Jim Tassett must think that from that article, and you can find that video that I did on the 800 aircraft, and the 801, number 801 aircraft still has quality issues, up to and including loss of aircraft and pilot. I'm going to leave it here. The reason why we do this is easy. It's simple, because it is impossible to comprehend the moral mischief, if I may so express it, that mental lying has produced in our society. If a man or woman has so far corrupted and prostituted the chastity of their mind as to subscribe their professional beliefs to things they do not believe, they have prepared themselves the commission for every other crime. 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS@yahoo.com. I thank you. I look forward to hearing your comments below about if what Russ Chaney said was professional. That's all. Let me hear. Bye-bye.